What's good, everybody? It is your boy Tony the Savant back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you pull up to the video. Just want to take a moment to plug the platforms. If y'all don't mind, swing by the Instagram, Tony the Savant. Give your boy a follow as I'm dropping exclusive contents, dropping exclusive lives over there as well. Also, Twitter or X, whichever one you call it, or more comfortable with. If you don't mind, swing over there and give your boy Tony the Savant a follow there as we are entering the Twitter Spaces. Oh yeah, man, we doing big things over there, trying out some new stuff. Shout out to my boy Wildcard Mar for putting me on that one. The headquarters, the Facebook page, where we pretty much drop everything, keep the updates flowing as well. Tony the Savant, THEE on that one. And of course, right here at the crib, the home, where it all goes down, the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Thank y'all for the love and support. And let's get right into this one. Why don't we? As Dak Prescott is in the headlines again. And guys, can we just go ahead and put Dak Prescott's contractual issues inside that meme of the Dallas Cowboys cycle? I don't know if you ever seen that Dallas Cowboys meme where it goes through the Dallas Cowboys cycle. I've been seeing it circulating on the internet for some years now, long before I ever started my sports journalist career. But it goes a little something like, in the preseason, it's like the Cowboys fans is screaming, "It's our year, it's our year." About 8 weeks into it, they're a certified Super Bowl contender. About 12 weeks into it, they start getting a little shaky because that's when the Cowboys usually start dropping losses to insignificant teams, or they'll drop a close game to the Eagles or the Commanders. And then it's always the end point of first round exit, division semi round exit. I don't think the Cowboys haven't even been to the NFC championship game in quite some time. So yeah, this has been the cycle. So I'm of the opinion that we just add the Dak Prescott contract headlines into this cycle, because every season it seems like this is another part of the story. Just another part they feed into the story. Then all of the mainstream headlines talk about it for a week or two, and then they move on. You know how it goes. But I am happy to report that the Dallas Cowboys were able to restructure Dak Prescott's contract. So he will go from making $60 million next year to $55, which is opening up some cap space now. How this works exactly, I'm still gaining an understanding of it, because it's a mentioning of void years in there as well. I love business. I love reading contracts. I actually went to school for that. So just when you're really getting into these contracts to gain an understanding, to really know what this legal lease and language is talking about, you got to do some research, man. You got to look into these words, so understand how it goes. Now, if you understand it, I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world. If you understand it, please, if you don't mind, take a little time in the comment section and explain how this contract situation is working. Because for me personally, all I see is that the Dallas Cowboys have reduced Dak Prescott's salary next season to open up some cap space. Hopefully sign another one of these names that's still in the free agency market, or possibly, get some things going, because I'm sure CeeDee Lamb and some other players are coming around for their contract. So all in all, I'm happy to hear that, because I do enjoy Dak Prescott. I do think that he's a solid quarterback for the most part, but Dak just seems to not play well when the lights are the brightest. Dak seems to almost fold when the big games come around, especially this last past game, as I was able to watch it from start to finish. as the Dallas Cowboys were eliminated once again. I mean, every game that the Dallas Cowboys are eliminated by my Packers, I see it. But once again, we were able to eliminate them in dominating fashion and this time around with a young Green Bay Packers team. I will say I was shocked that my Green Bay Packers were able to defeat the number one seed Dallas Cowboys last season. But we was able to get it done, and I'm happy to see that the Dallas Cowboys are making moves. Definitely around this contract that Dak Prescott is getting, because I don't see how Dak is getting this money. I won't go as far as to say he hasn't earned it or he doesn't deserve it. I won't be one of those guys. But I do not see, going off what I see on paper, going off what I see in the actual games, and definitely taking the observation that I made from the last NFL game we seen Dak Prescott in, again, against my Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I don't see why the Dallas Cowboys are always in such a frantic mode to accommodate this guy, one, and then two, to make sure his contract is friendly to him. Because at the end of the day, you're not bringing home the championships. You're not bringing home not even an NFC championship appearance. That's where it's really baffling my mind. And then when you really look into it, like the Dallas Cowboys didn't get to the NFC championship game throughout the Tony Romo era. And now we are well into the Dak Prescott era, and these guys still seems like success eludes them. And I've also been of the opinion that, hey, I respect Jerry Jones. Me as a businessman can admire another businessman for, their business approach. I do respect Jerry Jones and what he's been able to do as a businessman with the Dallas Cowboys franchise. He's essentially, I think he's 10 times or 20 times the market value of the Dallas Cowboys when Jerry first got there. The Dallas Cowboys were just one of those franchises that was just around in the league. Now they are one of the more profitable teams, not only in the NFL, but in sports, period. So kudos to Jerry Jones. That's a mark to his hard work. But I am of the opinion that the Dallas Cowboys will hoist another Larry O'Brien. Is it the Larry O'Brien? I'll be getting my trophies mixed up. They will host another Super Bowl trophy once Jerry Jones is no longer in the office. I just feel like when things do begin to go well for the Dallas Cowboys, when you are able to get into that comfort zone of, we're in the groove, we playing well, Jerry Jones comes out of nowhere and interrupts the team culture. I'm a firm believer of that. Even if it makes the headlines or not, that's just what I think happens in the Dallas Cowboys world. That when these guys are actually getting into that mode where they're gelling and they're coming together, the boss walks in. You know what I mean? All of the employees are doing a great job, and then your boss comes in, starts yelling and fussing and micromanaging, and it throws off the whole culture of the team. I can speak to that personally because I've worked in business establishments where that was a thing. Amongst the crew, we was doing good. We was productive. Everybody's having fun. We cracking our jokes while we're also working. As soon as boss man or boss lady walks in, they come in with whatever pretense crap they got to deal with, whether it's some crap from their bosses or whatever's going on. And then, they just feel the need to micromanage, and then it interrupts the productivity of the team. I firmly believe, and if I hadn't seen that situation happen in real time with my real eyes, I wouldn't assume that's what happens with the Dallas Cowboys. I would just assume that the Dallas Cowboys sucked, like a lot of the other NFL fans who may have a disdain for the Cowboys. I personally don't have a disdain for them. I'm just trying to gain an understanding of what these dudes are going through, because the Dallas Cowboys are never one of those teams in the dumps, say like the Cardinals or the Colts. You know what I mean? They're never one of those kind of teams. But the Cowboys are never one of the teams that we can celebrate as a dynasty, like the modern day Kansas City Chiefs. We should have been able to celebrate at least one or two different versions of the Dallas Cowboys as at least a championship team. But I would say on paper they've been capable of running dynasties. They always have a competitive and talented quarterback. They always got one of the top 10 receivers in the league as their number one, respectfully to Dez Bryant and also now to CeeDee Lamb. They always got a formidable running back, elite defense, supreme offensive line. It's like on paper, a lot of these organizations would love to have what the Dallas Cowboys have, but they do not seem to be able to put it all together when the time is necessary to do so and bring home the bacon, if you will. So again, I'm happy to hear this restructuring going on. But I'm not excited about the Dallas Cowboys at all. I got to see something. This is just another one of them things, like I say, we can put into the cycle of the Dallas Cowboys, because in another couple months when OTA starting all that stuff and everybody's pulling back up, getting them prepared for the NFL season, we're going to hear the Dallas Cowboys fan base screaming, this is our year, this is our year. And then a couple games into it, they might drop a game to the worst team in the league. Seems like the Cowboys do that often when they're having a great year. What comes in mind most notably is that game against the Cardinals last season. After they had got on that hot start, I think they went like 4-0 and was just dominating teams. The defense was dominating. And then all of a sudden, the Cardinals found a way to beat them. So, so goes the Cowboys. So, I'm just interested to see what this restructuring turns out, what kind of results it turns out for the Dallas Cowboys. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Also, swing by the other platforms as mentioned in the beginning of the video, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook, all of these platforms. As we are doing work, man, I'm definitely in that push right now to pushing the channel to the next level. It is your boy, Tony the Savant, here on YouTube. This is more than a YouTube channel. Y'all the bosses. I'm the guy that gets the job done. Let me get back to work. Peace.